Hello and welcome to shungite and water remineralization, water purification with shungite, with the help of shungite, this precious mineral, maybe from outer space. With here for purification you can use the category 2 shungite, is the black shungite stone. Here we have a black shungite stone with a golden pyrite vein. You should check to use, when you use shungite for your drinking water, like that. When you have black shungite, use it just for temporary contact within filters, or to mix it up with a granule or a powder with black shungite to keep it only a few days in contact with the water. The smaller the surface and the splitters you use and the fragments, the faster the effect of this catalytic, remineralizing, purifying stone can help us. So I'll make a combination within this video of a lecture, reading my lecture out of my book, and yeah, what I know about it. So in practice you should use better for your drinking water this shungite, the category 1 noble shungite, elite shungite, noble shungite called, and yeah, this fabulous rock mineral remineralizes, at the same time purifies our water, and every mineral and microelement it is containing is helping us, our body system is good for every animal, for every plant and every human being. So if you use it for like that in a jar, you should check that first, if it's black shungite category 2 or category 1 noble shungite, check the surface if there are red, orange, iron stains, pyrite stains on the surface. Clean it off with a wire sponge or something like that. Clean the surface, check that, and always check if shungite is real shungite conducting the electricity, because it does. So it's one of the few minerals conducting electricity, so you check if it is real shungite or fake. So first that, then you can use within approximately for a liter of shungite, using elite shungite, 10 grams at least, a few grams elite shungite. Every gram of shungite is positive for our water, remineralization, detoxification, purification, and all of that is this mineral doing for us, so for our drinking water. And yeah, for 1 liter I take 10 up to 20 grams elite shungite. When you use black shungite, there is not as in the elite shungite there is a bigger amount of fullerenes, natural occurrence of 12%, up to 12%. In black shungite it is maybe between 5 and 10% of natural fullerenes. The catalysts within their within them, they can clean up, and they are doing the work like little socials, like little fish cleaning the water, and yeah, like catalysts, the bacteria and viruses and harmful residues are sticking on the surface, and the fullerenes are managing the recombination between these harmful substances, viruses, bacteria, recombining their molecules, and by that process this fullerene can manage our detoxification at once in the water before you drink, or within our human body system. Within our water system is cleaned better, and the detoxification effect is lasting by taking up through the shungite water fullerenes. They are staying in your body system over weeks, over months, and helping to detox your system, purification and detoxification on cell level. So fullerenes, they are more in the noble light shungite, like I said before. So if you use in practice the light shungite, you can use it forever. Clean it once a year. I would recommend once a year cleaning it. When you use black shungite, use for a liter water 50 up to 100 grams shungite, so you can manage that there are enough fullerenes can clean the water, remineralize it, and get and flowing into the water, so we can enhance our water quality, increase our water quality, and so the associated love quality. So I recommend you light shungite. For filter technology, plants and animals, take black shungite. For yourself, take noble shungite. A few grams are enough. If you're using drinking bottles, I only just one single light shungite stone is cleaning the water and remineralization, purification to go. So yeah, the longer you let in the water stay with your light shungite, the better its quality is. The better its quality is. So the light shungite keeping the water fresh and clean forever without algae. And you can really try it for yourself. You can let it stay in the bottle or jars. In theory, you will not see any algae produced. So, taking noble shungite, I would recommend to use. So, shungite has the ability to clean the water from almost all organic substances, including petroleum products and pesticides, bacteria, viruses, microorganisms. Fullerenes develop catalytic properties in the water, like I said before, so which promote the oxidation of active chemical compounds. The clean and soft water of the Lake Onega or Ladoga, where the origin is from shungite, or the first origins of shungite stones and minerals, it's a completely clean and clear water, and you can drink this water at the Lake Onega directly, and so that is a result of the contact and the interaction of this fabulous mineral over millennia. So a millennia-long lasting interaction of water is this happens to the water quality, so drinkable without any purification, so that we can manage with a few grams of the light shungite with our drinking jar, drinking water, drinking bottles. So that is what the healing effects are usually attributed to shungite, to be more precise. So to heaps of globules made of ancient carbon, which are released when the water interacts with the shungite. So in 1990s, industrial production of shungite-based filters began. During this time, several investigations were made into the effect of purified water on the human organism. More specifically, the effect of the water on animals was examined first. This led to the knowledge that shungite water is completely non-toxic, like I said before. Later, over several years, the Military Medical Academy Moscow or St. Petersburg studied the effect of the water on the sick and classified it as water with prophylactic therapeutic effect. So it has been proven that this water is drinkable without being boiled, especially since the content of harmful organ chlorine compounds increases after boiling. So during the research, the scientists found out that the water that flowed through the shungite rock has bactericidal properties. During the test, either shungite dust or large pieces of this rock were put in the water, so at the same time the water was contaminated with group A streptococci, a bacteria culture that causes, for example, angina or rheumatism, and also they contaminated the water with group T streptococci, so-called enterococci, that could produce stomach ache and gastritis. Yes. So according to which the potability of the water was assessed, so the test showed that the water in which the shungite was left for 3 days had pronounced bactericidal properties against this said microorganisms. So half an hour after adding shungite to the contaminated water, a 10 to 100-fold decrease, 10 to 100-fold decrease in the concentration of group D streptococci and a 900-fold decrease in group A streptococci compared to the initial values could be noted. So you see, only half an hour, a few minutes, changing your water quality, especially antibactericidal properties, antiviral properties. So you should let it stay the shungite water for a few days, at least 20 to 30 minutes, so that the virus cultures and the harmful residues can be reduced naturally, sustainably. So shungite cleans the water of various foreign substances such as organ chlorine compounds, nitrates and nitrates, as well as excess amounts of copper, manganese and iron, completely frees from Warmex, making the water clear, tasteless and odorless. So in turn enriches it also with calcium, magnesium salts and other microelements, also like the special fullerene carbon structure at the optimum concentration for animals and humans. So it also decontaminates the water without the harmful methods of chlorination or UV exposure. In addition, the rock gives the water unique healing properties. Scientists have proven that the carbon is released into the water, fullerenes, with the water-soluble solution, so in homeopathic doses. It turns out that nature has been producing fullerene solutions for thousands of years, till millennia, while all attempts by modern science to produce them have so far been vain. So for example, shungite water is recommended for the prevention and treatment of the following diseases: anemia, allergies of various kinds, bronchial asthma, gastritis, dyspepsia, kidney diseases, liver diseases, diabetes, gallstone disease, gallbladder disease, weakness, immune system, pancreas diseases, colds, inflammations of various kinds,